All right, colleagues, greetings and welcome to pop-up debate number 8. I'm going to show you a couple of clips of brave, courageous, and thoughtful students, as well as my instruction before and after this pop-up debate. The purpose of that is I want you to see just what it's looking like as we get used to videotaping ourselves and watching ourselves the day after. So what I'm really focused on in this pop-up debate is getting my students to think about their PV legs, to try to think about it before pop-up debate, during pop-up debate, and then right after pop-up debate. So notice how all of my moves are really focused on that. And what I'm trying to do here is to get students practicing metacognition, self-awareness, thinking about the thinking work that I'm doing in class. Metacognition is one of the power tools that I feature in my new Principles of Learning course. I'll try to remember to put a link to that in my description below in case you're interested in enrolling in that course. But I guess just before I close and let the classroom footage play, just notice how thoughtful these students are being. Notice how they're pushing themselves. And I don't have any video proof of this because we didn't start videotaping until recently, but notice how much these students have grown from the speakers that they were when they first began their freshman year. They've grown so much. I'm so proud of them. All right, I'll let you enjoy some classroom clips of myself and my students with Papa Debate number 8. Today's Papa Debate, no crazy new skills to teach you. You got to see yourself last week on video for the first time in my class, and you guys loved it so much that I'm doing it again. Backed by popular demand. Seeing yourself on video.
Actually, I don't remember.
Recall or look in your notes at the aspect of PV legs that bothered you the most. Okay? It may be the one that you rated yourself on the least. It may be tied for the least. But I want you to just try to create a performance today where tomorrow you're going to watch it, you're going to say, okay, that was still painful to my soul to watch myself, but I got better at poise or life or speed. Remember that in pop-up debates you can speak as many as 2 times. So if you feel like you want to get in 2 reps today, go ahead and take it. Do it.
Extra reps.
Get those extra reps. You know, get them in. Get them in. Got to work that. Got to work it. Got to work it. We've already talked about what are the 3 big developments that you can focus on, but there's really only 3 things in this unit with 1,000 examples for each: Enlightenment, Atlantic Revolutions, and the Industrial Rev. So without further ado,
I also agree with Miriam because the Enlightenment is the most important development in Unit 5 because it created a new economic system of capitalism and also caused revolutions to form new countries, which helped build up the Industrial Revolution.
I said the most important development was the Industrial Revolution, and this is because as regions started to industrialize, new technology was formed, and it changed their societies.
I think the Industrial Revolution was the most important development because it caused a major shift in the society, the economy, and the world in general.
I said the most important development in Unit 5 is enlightenment because feminism wouldn't be a thing, women wouldn't be in school right now or have a career.
I agree with Emily because the idea of enlightenment also caused natural rights from John Locke, and which led to the Atlantic revolutions, which also led to the industrial revolutions.
So the Enlightenment was the most important idea or development because the foundation of everything we live on today and the revolutions would not have happened without that.
I love that you guys disagree with each other. It's a very good trade.
Although the Enlightenment and the Industrial Revolution are important, the Haitian Revolution is also important because they were the first to abolish slavery completely and become a country as a whole with no slavery and be free as they are.
I said the Industrial Revolution was the most important development in Unit 5 because it led to all the technologies that we have today being made, and so we wouldn't have cars and stuff, so travel would be really hard.
I think that the Industrial Revolution was the most important because if we didn't have it, Sorry, I was not ready for this. If we didn't have it, we wouldn't have been able to come up with the telephone, and we wouldn't have been able to communicate with the U.S. and well, also we wouldn't have the U.S. without the revolutions, and they would still be with the Great Britain. Yep.
Yes.
Did not work.
Way to do it, sis.
I say the Enlightenment going along with child labor was the most important because right now we would be getting paid very little by doing very hard work and we wouldn't get to see our parents like at all.
I would have to agree that the Industrial Revolution was one of the most important developments, not only because of what it brought to us, but without it, there would be no clue on where the world would be standing today. If we would have any of the technology we have now, or if like we would still be in schools right now or out on the field farming.
Some great life there.
I think that we can argue that all of them were all important because I don't think there can just be one that is important because without the Industrial Revolution we wouldn't have machines or where we were today, but that would have caused the child labor laws to need to be put in place. And with the revolutions, we wouldn't all be independent, and now that we're independent, we needed Locke's and Voltaire's and Adam and Mary Wollstonecraft's all ideas, so we have our government now, and the Enlightenment ideas, which are those. Yeah.
Yeah! That was beautiful.
Getting that second rap. Okay. All that I want you to do with our last chunk of time for this is just make a note on that page of Spiral. What do you think you're going to see in your video tomorrow? Which parts of PV legs do you think that you improved at? Which parts of PV legs do you think were still bad? What we're practicing right now is self-awareness, because that's a big thing that most speakers don't have, is what the heck am I doing in the moment? Can I make accurate predictions? So remember, poise, that's distracting behaviors, getting rid of those. Any type of fidgeting, any type of filler words. Voice is every word heard. It seemed like you guys were a little quieter to me today. I was getting sound levels on all of you, but probably the heater didn't help.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was just to turn that off.
Yeah, I mean, when we remember, but yeah, if you guys ever think about it during the debate, just do it. Because it helps. Life is just when you add that little extra something. I was kind of over the top in life in my speech because I was just trying to have fun with it, but life is like you're kind of drawn into the speaker. Eye contact, a lot of people pointing at the camera, but I think you'll maybe want to zoom in on your video if that's a thing. Is that a thing? Just to see, just try to notice tomorrow where your eyes go, because I got in front of all of you.
Yeah.
And you can just see, scan-wise, how you did. Gestures would be using your hands and your face and your posture on purpose. Speed is just using your speed intentionally. Not too fast, not too slow. All right? Share your partner what you predict you're going to see, and then we'll work in our study guide.
Hovering over that thing.